The UK government announced 2 days ago that care workers would no longer be allowed to bring their dependents into the UK from spring of 2024. When they talk about spring, we know we are talking about March, April, May, sometime. They are going to announce the exact date where that would take effect. And I feel this is a very sad moment. It's going to be very difficult for students who have come on board. It's going to be difficult for care workers who are already on board. It's going to be difficult for many other people who want to come into the UK. And right now, I feel it's very important that I give you my honest opinion about the situation on board, how it's going to affect future carers, how it's going to affect students who are currently in the UK, how it's going to affect many other people, seriously, even people who are married to British nationals just like me. Seriously, I did my spouse visa extension this year, and I will tell you that it is tough. It is really tough. I'm going to give you my honest opinion about this. Hello everybody, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition abroad to be as smooth as possible. I share information about settling, working, studying in the UK, US, Canada. If any of these countries interest you, please subscribe to my channel. Hit on the notification bell so that each time I drop a video, you know it's time to watch Cynthia Academy. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. Now, the current challenges right now is that the first one, which is care workers not being allowed to bring their partners, their dependents, their spouse into the UK from spring 2024. It's not really an ideal situation to come alone in the UK. If you are living alone, go and ask other people who are studying and without family. It's hard. It's really, really hard to stay on your own in the UK without anybody, family, not to talk of being a carer. Care job takes an emotional and mental, toll on you, and you need to be brave to do it. I would say that I was a voluntary carer when I was in Nigeria. I've never done the care job here, but I'm married to someone that is in the healthcare sector, and I'll tell you that it's not easy to do that job. You have to be passionate and have compassion for human life in order to do it. And to be sincere, the pay is not so fantastic, and that is the reason why people who are British or who have indefinite leave to remain do not want to do the job. They don't go into that area. They rather go into maybe care warehouse job or delivery driver or something like that, and those other options do not often have the opportunity of giving you certificate of sponsorship. So it's a huge dilemma. If you want to come in as a carer, I would say you can still come in before 2024 spring, when it can be. You can start now and start applying. And maybe if they give you a dependent's visa and you're able to come in before spring, I don't think they will tell you to send your dependents home. That is my opinion. Like I said, I'm not an immigration or advisor. I just tell you what I feel it might lead to, an idea, so that you can know how best to prepare. Because we saw this coming, to be sincere. I've been announcing on my channel, my YouTube channel, about this likely to happen, and it's definitely going to happen next year from spring. You can still come in with your dependents, but if the visa is just for 1 year or 2 years, please do not take that visa, because it means after 2 years, your dependent might have to go back and you might not want it. Unless you want to take the risk, some people would come in and then they'll start applying for another visa and then they'll move to Canada. That's what people have been going. I know of some people that just came in to study from here. They just moved to Canada, go to the US, because they've acquired some level of skills and qualifications that will help them to get a higher job in another country. It's worked for some people. While some other people that are nurses, they've been moving to, they've been going to, Qatar, going to Malta, they've been going to Australia, New Zealand. There are opportunities there, but one of the things that attracts people to the UK is that after 5 years of working in the UK, you can then be able to apply for indefinite leave to remain. And the beauty of indefinite leave to remain is that you don't need to renew your visa. Remember, when it's time to extend a visa or renew a visa, is always an anxious period, because you have to raise some funds for that. You have to do a lot of things in order to achieve it. You're anxious for approval, some stuff like that. So achieving that indefinite leave to remain after 5 years is one of the attractive features of relocating to the UK, as well as the fact that it's an English speaking country and the diversity here is there. And it depends on the job you're doing. Just some people just like the UK, but I feel there are many other countries out there you can explore. It mustn't be the UK. You have to sit down and do a proper calculation of your return on investment. If you want to relocate, you want to know, okay, if I want to study in this country, what am I going to get in return? Am I going to be able to settle in that country? Especially, I'm talking about for people that want to travel and want to leave their country. They want to migrate to another country. This is a very sad time, because I'm wondering, those people that are currently doing their masters and they have their family with them, they actually have their wife or husband and kids with them. Does it mean that for these people, if they want to switch to a care job, does it mean that they have to send their dependents back to their home country while they continue to pursue their health and care visa routes? What does it actually mean? It's really, really a sad moment right now, because I can't imagine somebody telling their family to go back. As in, like, go back, I'll stay here for 5 years. Who does that? Like I said, if you are a carer in your home country and you want to come in to become a carer in the UK, and you have your family and you're able to get COS of 5 years, I would say come in before March. I think you would get that visa for your dependents before March, before the rule become effective or is enacted. But right now, I don't know. If you're a carer and your visa is about to expire and you need 3 more years to extend your skilled worker visa, and it's going to be after that period in spring, which is between March, April, May, I would say start working out an opportunity to relocate to Canada. Try it. Just try this. Even if you don't have the money, just try applying online to colleges in Canada, in the US. See if you can use the qualifications you already have to get a job out there and move. Seriously, just move. I don't know whether there will be any reversal in some of the laws they have proposed or they have announced that they're definitely going to do. I don't know, but I tell you something, sometimes when they want to reverse something to stabilize the economy or income or net migration, it takes about a year before they realize, okay, let's change this rule back. It's not favoring us. I started this channel because of master students. I started this channel this year, and the purpose of starting this channel this year was because I noticed a lot of master students don't work in their area of specialization. And the reason why they don't do that, I figured out along the way, is because they have struggled to pay for their fees, as in their school fees, and then they don't have enough money for the visa fees to switch. So the opportunities I have always announced or said in my videos are, number one, apply for a visa in Canada. PR visa is obtainable. The things that you need are, you have a master's degree, you have worked in a particular sector for 2 or 3 years, a professional sector that they need. Sometimes it could be agriculture. Check the list on the NOC, National Occupational List, and check whether your profession falls in that place and just apply. It doesn't take very long for your PR to be approved or denied, but at least you tried. Now, as a backup plan, I would say that you should start looking for jobs in your area of specialization. I've spoken to many master students from my home country, and to be sincere, many of them don't know that there are other ways you can get a job. They don't know that they have to polish their CV. Their CV they've used is not on par with the UK standard. Their cover letter is not tailored to the job description, and that's why they get so many rejections. And they don't know that pursuing for a job in this country is not like, oh, you apply for 10 jobs and you relax. Sometimes, I'm not joking. You have to apply for 400 or 500 jobs before you get that job. So you have to be relentless. Even when you are getting rejections, eat rejections for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Keep eating rejections until you get what you need. It's different from where they refer you. Yes, you can also try referral. I've shared a video here about 5 things you need to do currently as a master's student so they can get a job in your area or specialization that will give you a certificate of sponsorship. Remember that this time around, the announcement is that the employer should be able to pay you 38,700. How do you get an employer to pay you 38,700? You have to increase the technical skills that you already have on your CV. You need to go on board and start, taking some courses that would upgrade professional courses, and some of them are free on Udemy, Coursera, LinkedIn. Some of them are not so expensive. I know why I'm ranting like this. I'm so sorry, but I just feel so sad because many people have paid a lot of money. They've sold their houses with opportunities, thinking that when they come into the UK, they'll be able to settle and they'll call this place their home. Unfortunately, it can't happen. If you cannot get 38,700, that will give you 10 points that will be added to your skilled worker visa application so that you can get approval to get that visa. So if you are already a student and you've moved into the UK right now, and you know that you want to settle abroad and you don't want to go back to your home country and you want to progress, there are many opportunities. Like I said, apply to the US, apply for boot camps to get relevant skills that employers need, work on your CV, apply for internship. Start now to update your LinkedIn. Don't wait till when you are looking for a job to start updating your LinkedIn. Work on your LinkedIn right now. Start getting engaged in the community. I'm talking about engagement in the community, which means that you're communicating on LinkedIn, you're talking about your area of specialization with passion, so that when an employer wants to check you out and is considering you, is this person worth me paying 38,700? When the person checks you out on LinkedIn, the person will see your track record. The person will also be able to see your skills portfolio. If you're interested in me creating a video on how to write a skills portfolio or create one that will be very attractive, that will be able to list your skills in a very nice way that will attract employers. When they come to your LinkedIn, they will say, okay, let's employ this person. That is how you can brand yourself and package yourself. Let me know in the comment box. I will do that because this is a troubling time. Don't wait till towards the end of your masters to start applying for jobs. I'm talking about not 6 months. Some people, 6 months towards the end of your masters is late to start looking for a job. You need to be more active and proactive towards getting a job in your area of specialization, especially one that will be willing to pay you 38,700. It's the jobs that can pay you that amount of money. Some of them are in tech. While pursuing your masters, are you going to consider switching to tech? Remember, you don't need to go to uni to be able to switch to tech. You can transition into tech. There are many roles that you can explore towards that. And if you want me to talk about some of these roles, please write in the comment box. I would be willing to help you out, and I want you to progress. I want you to move forward. I want you to, get a better life. But if your return on investment is going back to Nigeria where you have sold everything back, it's not the end of the world. You can always go back to Nigeria or Ghana or India or Pakistan or Bangladesh, or any country you are from. If you can't, it's not the end of the world, and don't feel so sad. You tried your best. You did the best for your children. But if you still have time, you can start fighting for what you feel you can achieve and maximize your potential as soon as possible. Don't get distracted by these things. I didn't come in through the spouse visa routes, but I came in through scholarship. I was sponsored to come and, pursue a PhD. That's one option many people are not aware of. As a master's student, you can start applying for PhD opportunities. These opportunities will give you the chance to be able to work and get paid. Like I always tell people, a PhD is a full-time job. It is a full-time job. You are going to be paid to do research, and you have some areas in your specialty that you can do some research in. There are so many problems in the world that needs to be solved, and that's why researchers in any country will be given extra time to stay. In America, if you're studying a STEM related aspect, you're allowed to stay back for 36 months. That's 3 years. So 1 year of OPT and 2 more years, you can stay back. In Canada, if you're in a STEM related aspect, you can stay back. There are some opportunities that drives innovation, that such skills, they're high-end skills, and research is one aspect of it. But like I said in some of my videos, the disadvantage of going into PhD is that it doesn't count towards your stay, because you need 5 years to stay in the UK before you qualify for indefinite leave to remain. So that's the disadvantage of it. I don't have my indefinite leave to remain till now because it doesn't count towards my stay. Another thing I was going to talk about is if you have a spouse that is British and you need to relocate into Britain, love is now expensive. Please apply as soon as possible before spring 2024, because that 38,700, not many people can earn it. Not many people can earn it. A long distance relationship is very difficult and challenging. It can take a strain on your relationship. So if you want to move now, or start increasing your income. Tell your partner, your spouse, husband, wife, whoever it is, or your, just start, move to a career that will make sure you earn more, 38,700, so that you can qualify towards you coming in. And also, if you need to extend your stay, that if you don't meet the qualifications, sometimes they will not tell you to go back home, but they will let you know that you have to spend 10 years before you get your indefinite leave to remain. Remember that anybody that stays in this country for up to 10 years can qualify for indefinite leave to remain. And that might be an option that you can explore if you don't have a combined income of 38,700. So I just felt like ranting on this video. It's so sad. My thoughts and prayers are with you. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm going to be sharing more tips on how you can get that 38,700 job. If that interests you, subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye-bye.